for expressing an interest in the camp, guys. So we're going to go through in a little bit more detail exactly what we're going to be offering down to the topics and areas of interest.
Yeah, so one of the things we're going to be doing while we're in Thailand is we're going to be having a lifting camp, a VIP lifting camp. And at the camp, the actual practical portion of it, we're going to cover a lot of lifting technique. Because I think some of these concepts are things that really haven't been widely distributed in Southeast Asia. And so, for example, we're going to go through proper squat, bench press, and deadlift form. We'll probably talk a little bit about like hip thrusters. We'll talk about blood flow restriction, some new concepts that maybe you guys haven't seen yet. There's also going to be seminars at the camp as well, where we cover nutrition and training to build muscle, burn fat, get stronger. But we're also going to have, for people who maybe can't make the camp or can't afford the camp, we're going to have 4-hour seminars. And those are going to be covering various topics. I'm going to be talking about the basics of macronutrient metabolism, energy metabolism. At the camps, I'll probably talk about some periodization as well.
Yes,
Holly, what are you going to talk about?
Especially in the areas like Asia and others where there are not a lot of labels listed on food packaging, or perhaps food packaging isn't as common and you're just eating fresh foods. I'm going to go into a little bit more detail about the best ways to actually track your macronutrients, as well as some common adjustments. It seems that a lot of people are kind of familiar at working out or determining their calories, so we're going to look at what are some sensible and safe adjustments depending on what it is that your goals are, be it fat loss or perhaps muscle gain, for example.
So what we're basically going to provide you guys is the foundation to understand how nutrition works, understand how to formulate your own plan. Okay, so figure out how many calories you need to eat, how much protein, carbohydrate, and fat you need to eat, and kind of how to train as well. So this is going to be a great foundation for you guys, especially for some of you who maybe haven't been exposed to as much evidence-based fitness information as we do have here in the States. So we're really excited about this.
Yeah.
If you guys are interested in booking, make sure you do. There's limited spots, and we're really looking forward to seeing each and every one of you guys there.
Absolutely. And if you're not from Thailand, this might be a really great opportunity for you to book a holiday, come and get some really valuable scientific evidence and information, and then have a great trip away in a beautiful country. I've been there before and I love it. So that might be something else that you can consider as well.
Yeah, people ask me all the time, when are you coming to this country? When are you coming to that country? And I always tell people, if I'm close, go. Because you don't know how long it's going to be before I'm actually in your particular country, if I ever even come there. So if I'm close and it's affordable for you, I would suggest going. So if you're in Southeast Asia, even Australia, I'm sure we'll get quite a few people.
Yeah, Australians, come on, come on.
I would definitely recommend checking this out. I think it's going to be a great. It's going to be a really fun time. We'll have a lot of fun together, and 2, you're going to learn a lot. So we look forward to seeing you guys there. Thanks for watching.
See ya.
Hey guys, we're here at Legacy Fit in Miami, Florida, and we're doing our first BioLayne camp of the year. So it's a 2-day camp. First day is lifting, and second day is seminars.
Yeah.
And I talk a lot. She's kind of.
And I don't talk much at all, so we work really well
together.
You take it away. If you guys want to find out where we're going to next, please get in contact with us. You can reach Lane at BioLayne.com, or you can reach me at hb@BioLayne.com. Leave a comment, and we hope that you enjoy our video.
Yeah, we're going to walk you guys through a couple days of a life running a camp, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. But it's not going to be anything, like we're not selling it or anything like that. It's just going to be for my YouTube and just kind of showing the camp and whatnot. So, and this is my assistant David, and Kabira.
Yeah, David knows everybody. My name's Holly. I'm actually from Australia, so I only just moved to the US in June this year. I got into powerlifting only because of him, so it's quite new to me. My background is nutrition, so.
She's being modest. She was a 2-time world champion, PNBA fitness model as well. So that's how we learn these mistakes. Because when we're born, we're just a blank slate, you know, and we either, something works and we just keep doing it, or something doesn't work and that's a mistake and we don't do it again. It's not gonna look like much, but it does a lot for spine health. You're gonna put your hands under your lumbar. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna curl up until I would have to start. So to do a sit-up, you kind of have to start flexing your spine. So I stop before I flex my spine.
You can see Layne's elbows are off the ground as well.
I do that at least once a day, and I try to get 2 or 3 times. Ideally, you want it to look like a straight line right back to your foot.
You hold for 10 as well?
Yep. Usually breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, which I'm sure everybody's doing. Some people will say, well, if you wear a belt, you're decreasing your natural core activation. Research doesn't really seem to bear that out. What tends to happen is the activation shifts a little bit, so you tend to activate your abdominal wall a little bit more versus your obliques. Okay, so when you squat without a belt, you activate your obliques a little bit more. So that's why I think it's very important to make sure that you're really using the cue of ribs down and trying to activate your obliques. I'm just gonna have Holly show you guys a squat. She's a low bar squatter. How many of you guys don't know the difference? Who doesn't know the difference between high bar and low bar? Show them, go ahead and show them where high bar is. High bar is where, whenever you first start squatting, it's your natural spot to squat. So the bar is resting on top of your traps. Low bar is quite simply the next shelf down. So it's more resting it on your rear delts here. It depends on what you prefer. Some people are better high bar squatters. They're pretty rare. They tend to have short femurs, be able to make a very upright squat. A lot of Olympic lifters are better high bar squatters than they are low bar squatters. If I hold it here, how long can I hold it? Pretty like indefinitely. If I do this, it's not indefinitely anymore, right? Like I can't hold it that long. I'm pretty strong. But the point is, the weight didn't change, my lever arm changed, right? So when it's out there, it's the same weight, but the force is greater, right? So when you're squatting high bar, it's a couple inches higher than when you're low bar. And when you're low bar, you pull it closer to that pivot point, and so you're a little bit more powerful. Now the downside is you tend to be a little bit more forward. Yep. And she's in a great position here. Notice her head is neutral. Do not look up, do not look straight down, neutral. You're gonna take a deep breath in, push her ribs down, and begin to squat.
When they bought it. Support. So what I will say, if you want to eliminate that is suggesting to me that you're probably loading up a lot of that weight through your arms and you're not bracing enough through your core.
Once I start getting,
Did you guys see the difference?
yeah, the big thing is whatever toe angle you're at, you want to make sure your knees follow.
You want a neutral head position, but if you're, as you squat now, what's going to happen to your head? You're going to start looking down more. You have to look out, you have to think about what you're doing. So I don't squat into them. Ribs down.
Did you say ribs down?
Yeah, so take that breath in and think about pointing your ribs down into this bit. Yep. That would look like that.
Nice, good breathing. You can take your time, yeah, you go through it really quickly. I know some people like sit up and then they go straight down and they're straight back up. But
So you see me retracting my shoulder blades. I'm trying to get really tight into the bench. New breath. So that's me. I'm literally almost thinking about trying to bend the bar into a U to start the movement. Does that make sense? And then I'm tucking my elbows. Engage your lats a little bit more. So put your hands out. Push down against my hands.
I'm gonna use my left.
Push down against your hands. Yep. Do you feel your lats there?
Yeah.
Same thing on bench press.
Engage your lats.
Good.
Yes, I do. Yeah. So you don't have to keep your lats engaged. You're natural. Come back. That looks really good.
There you go. Come right down. Lift when you're ready. Bend the bar.
Chest up.
There you go. Control.
Chest up, chest up.
Yeah. We'll do the yellows now. Thank you guys. You're so tight you could almost just press your legs off your abs. You're so tight. Okay? The other thing is getting really tight back here in your lats. Like squeezing this bar off the ground. Okay? You guys, maybe go and just pull the slack out of the bar. You hear that? That noise? That's the slack coming out of the bar. Now, Simone. Creating a lot of tension through here, but also, I don't know if you guys back here can see, a lot of tension through here as well. In order to do that, we have our shins perpendicular, our scapula over the bar. Go ahead and get into position. Okay, now I want you to go ahead and just execute the lift. Take a deep breath in, tight your lats. That's your starting position right there. That's it. She can't sit back any further. She sits back any further, she's going to end up on her ass like she did earlier. Yep. Very good. Good.
Concentrate on the cues. Squeeze my glutes and throw my hips forward. It is a lot of work.
So I feel like strong later first. So you lift the bar, come away from it. You learn how to lift your lats back and then bar come closer to you.
You want to make sure that your knees track over your toes. So if you're like this, do that after your back.
Okay, so you're trying to that was good, sorry. Here's the praise, the compliment sandwich. Very good. But here's what you sucked at. Okay. Now, your knees were a little bit too far over the bar. That's why I don't know if you felt like it's almost like two separate movements.
Yeah.
So it's here, and then you have to go back. Don't try to go around your knee.
Okay.
Get off your shit.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, you got a strong grip, man.
That felt really slippery though.
Yeah, do over under. It'll stop it from rolling. It's also a thicker bar than you used to.
Yeah.
you're on your way.
Good.
So it's
Yeah, that's not better.
Better?
it's not like you're
Amazing chocolate, isn't it?
Yeah.
There you go. Nice.
Okay.
Come on, man. Tight.
Go,
Yeah.
go, nice.
That actually felt like
Squeeze. What you're trying to do is restrict the venous return of blood flow to the heart. Now, why would you want to do that? What are the benefits of it? Well, basically, you're able to trick your body into thinking you're lifting heavy without actually lifting heavy. Hypertrophy benefits, but why would you want to do it? A couple reasons. One, injury, okay? If you can get gains with a Z using 20% of a 1 rep maximum with this method. Okay, so very, very light weights. So metabolic stress is accumulation of acid ions in the muscle cell, lactate, basically metabolic byproduct accumulation. And this basically exacerbates that metabolic stress because you're not able to essentially, flush it out. 20% of a 1 rep max on, say, a leg extension might be like, I don't know, 40 pounds or 30 pounds. How long could you go on 30 pounds of leg extension before you actually hit muscular failure. You'd be on there for a really long time. In fact, you might, you could almost always do another rep, right? Well, this basically speeds up that failure process because you're not flushing out those metabolic accumulated byproducts. You don't have to use it at all. I like to use it because, especially when I'm on my powerlifting training for like my arms and calves and whatnot, I'm doing so much heavy lifting that by the time I get to my other stuff, I don't really want to lift heavy. I want to do something light and get a good pump.
As well, like you train for hours when you're doing your powerlifting, so it's like hurry up.
It's too thick. Okay. There's one one, it actually increases the restriction, especially on a smaller limb compared to this. And two, there's evidence that the area that the cuff is covering doesn't actually get the benefits of the restriction, okay? So we want to use as small a cuff as we can. So I use quick release medical tourniquets, okay? You get these on Amazon for like $6 a piece. Put them on. Good to go. And when you're done, take them off. So your first set, you do 30 reps with about 20% of your 1 rep max. If you don't know your 1 rep max, then just do something that you know for sure you can get 30 reps with, okay? Then you rest 30 seconds. You keep the reps on, there's 4 sets. Keep the reps on the entire time. You rest 30 seconds in between each set. First set's 30, then 15, 15, 15. I'm gonna try and make sure it's the same tension as the other one. About the same?
Yep.
Okay.
And I have a barbell.
I'm gonna take this pretty tight. Now let me know on this other one if I've got it about the same level of tightness. But you're not in pain right now, right? It's just while you're doing it.
It's the freedom I shouldn't have, with the people I shouldn't know. I might as well have still out that. It's the only thing that I fucking do.